Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, the Great Compassion Dharani. The Great Compassion Dharani is a Buddhist mantra that is chanted to awaken goodwill towards others. It is a part of the Sutra on the thousand-armed, thousand-eyed Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. It is a mantra spoken by Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva of great compassion, and it is meant to help and rescue sentient beings. In Sanskrit, a Dharani has its meaning as well as its sound. Dharani is a sound-based Dharma method of practice to evoke response, for which practitioners are required to follow the Sanskrit pronunciation and recite in earnest. So is the case with the Great Compassion Dharani. However, it cannot be translated literally word by word and sentence by sentence due to its manifold meaning. But for the benefit of those practitioners who wish to understand what they are reciting, we have done some research to combine the closest meaning from Chinese and Sanskrit interpretation to the recitation, in the hope that it makes more sense and understanding to the overall mantra and Dharani verses. Hence, practitioners will understand why the reciting of the Great Compassion Dharani brings about benefits. The Great Compassion Dharani is considered a powerful tool to cultivate compassion, purify negative karma, seek protection, and ultimately attain enlightenment by invoking the Bodhisattva Avalokitesvara, who embodies boundless compassion. And the act of chanting the mantra is seen as aligning oneself with this compassionate energy, leading to positive changes in one's life and mind state. The benefits of reciting the Great Compassion Dharani. If humans and gods recite and hold the phrases of the Great Compassion Dharani, then when they approach the end of life, all the Buddhas of the 10 directions will come to take them by the hand to rebirth in whatever Buddhaland they wish, in accordance to their desire. People and gods who recite and hold the Great Compassion Dharani, they will not suffer the following 15 kinds of bad deaths. 1. They will not die of starvation or privation. 2. They will not die from having been yoked, imprisoned, caned or otherwise beaten. 3. They will not die at the hands of hostile enemies. 4. They will not be killed in military battle. 5. They will not be killed by tigers, wolves, or other fierce beasts. 6. They will not die from the venom of poisonous snakes, black serpents, or scorpions. 7. They will not drown or be burned to death. 8. They will not be poisoned to death. 9. They will not be killed by mediumistic insects. 10. They will not die of madness or insanity. 11. They will not be killed by landslides or falling trees. 12. They will not die of nightmares sent by evil people. 13. They will not be killed by deviant spirits or evil ghosts. 14. They will not die of evil illnesses that bind the body. 15. They will not commit suicide. People and gods who recite and hold the Great Compassion Dharani will obtain the following 15 kinds of good births. 1. Their place of birth will always have a good king. 2. They will always be born in a good country. 3. They will always be born at a good time. 4. They will always meet good friends. 5. The organs of their body will always be complete. 6. Their heart will be pure and full in the way. 7. They will not violate the prohibitive precepts. 8. Their family will be kind and harmonious. 9. They will always have the necessary wealth and goods in abundance. 10. They will always obtain the respect and help of others. 11. Their riches will not be plundered. 12. They will obtain everything they seek. 13. Dragons, gods, and good spirits will always protect them. 14. In the place where they are born, they will see the Buddha and hear the Dharma. 15. They will awaken to the profound meaning of that proper Dharma which they hear. The Great Compassion Dharani. Namo Great Compassionate Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, I take refuge in the boundless power of the triple gem of the 10 directions. Namo Great Compassionate Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, may I be guided to follow the right and correct awakening path of the noble, pure and enlightened ones, and stay away from unwholesome deeds. Homage to Great Compassionate Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, may I soon gain wisdom and know all the Dharmas. Homage to Great Compassionate Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, may I attain the Bodhisattva mind with wisdom and compassion for the benefit of all sentient beings. Homage to Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, the Great Compassionate One. I continually adore the victorious and brave one who brought forth the Bodhi heart and dispels all fears. Homage to the noble Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. I bow in worship to the victorious Great Compassion Dharani spirit mantra for the sake of all beings, for it is pure and serves all purposes for all beings, as it purifies the path of soul existence. Om. The Buddha, the world-honored and sagely one, the wonderful supreme Dharma of all-encompassing wisdom and the Sangha, I take refuge and seek protection of the triple jewels. Namo Great Compassionate Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva who saves sentient beings, may I not be confused by false thoughts and not fall into retrogression. O Great Compassionate Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva who hears the world's sounds at Mount Patala, may you guide sentient beings to sincerely learn the Buddha's perfect precepts practice, so that they can cultivate the pure Buddhahood and be reborn in the Buddha land that they desire. Namo Great Compassionate Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, I take refuge in your protection of loving kindness and great compassion, to be able to cultivate and practice the 10 stages of minds, in accordance to the Sutra. May I quickly achieve the undefiled heart and board the great prajna, wisdom, boat which illuminate constant pure brightness. May I practice and achieve the bodhi heart, and can quickly ferry all sentient beings to the shore of liberation. The bodhi heart with a mind without views and of emptiness observation, without attachments to one's view and an impartial heart towards all sentient beings, and understand everything is equal and pure. May I soon join the unsurpassed Dharma nature. The Dharma is vast and equal, for the sake and benefit of all sentient beings, and for the cessation of disasters. May the great compassionate heart of Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva and Prince of Dharma teach it to us. May the great compassionate Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva please bless, protect and help me accomplish all good dharmas and be established by the right practice. Om. Homage to Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva of great compassion, the one who is devoted to the practice of truth, hears the cries of the world and the one who relieves and eases the suffering of sentient beings, the one who brings forth the bodhi heart with great resolve to save sentient beings from suffering, and the one who practice in accordance with the teaching. O great enlightened Bodhisattva Avalokitesvara with great compassion and courage, the one who practiced and achieved nirvana for the sake and benefit of sentient beings, in the cessation of disasters. May I be free from defilements and soon obtain good and correct expedient means to wisdom. Like the heart of pure lotus and fragrance of the blue lotus, may I be free from sorrows, worries, anxieties, and manifest my future rebirth in Amitabha Buddha's pure land. I vow to complete my aspiration to practice with the Bodhisattva mind for the sake and benefit of all sentient beings. May I be able to practice with the right mindfulness, right efforts, right concentration, not to be deluded by external environment, transcending worldly worries of life and death, be safe from dangerous animals, poisons, disasters, and be free from the vast sea of troubles from samsara, and protected by the most victorious Dharma way, warding off invading armies and conquering demons. May I be blessed with the ability and determination to uphold the Dharma. May I be able to break apart from karmic obstacles that hinder or obstruct my determination for the right practice, and always be protected by good spirits, ghosts, dragon kings, to strengthen my will to gain knowledge and benefits of the Dharma wisdom. May the radiant light of great compassionate Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva shine upon me to comfort my eyes for clarity and my mind for right contemplation to achieve the freedom from obstructions, in putting my sincere vow in achieving the Bodhisattva mind and putting wholesome deeds into action. May I be victorious in every wholesome deeds, dissolving evil disasters and previous heavy karma and overcoming obstacles and difficulties. May I be liberated from illnesses, difficulties, and any inauspicious events. May I be protected by all devas and gods to exercise self-control and discipline when complying with the Dharma teachings and putting forth all wholesome deeds. May the great wisdom and vast vows of all Buddhas of the 10 directions bless and guide me in the attainment of purifying my mind and body of negative emotions and attachments, and in cultivating inner peace and wisdom that can lead me out of suffering and samsara. May the great compassionate Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva guide me in attaining the highest fruits of the Dharma practice. Like the elephant Dharma enlightened heart who achieved success in cultivating the untainted pure body and mind, may I be illuminated by Amitabha Buddha's radiant light to meet the Buddhas of the 10 directions and accomplish cultivation of the 10 mind stages of the Sutra. The Dharma is not apart from me. I am not apart from the Dharma. There is neither Dharma nor me. Attachment to self and the Dharma are thus empty. Cultivating a pure bodhisattva heart is practicing the Dharma without thought and attachment to the four marks of self, others, living beings and lifespan, for the sake and benefit of all sentient beings. The all-encompassing power of the Dharma protects and nothing can harm the virtuous practitioner. All fiercely hateful demons, enemies, spirits will be subdued by the Vajra hand by this firm power. The vast and equal Dharma is auspicious and extraordinary and can benefit all sentient beings. May the sweet dew and nectar from the vase bottle held by the great compassionate Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva cease the suffering of all hungry ghosts, making them feel full and free them from the suffering of hunger and thirst. May I never fall into retrogression from the body heart. May the all-knowing One, the enlightened One and Buddhas of the 10 directions confer assurance of Buddhahood in response to my cultivation, guide me to remain steadfast, unmoved in my samadhi, and not be distracted or be attached to good and bad states. May I be blessed with the wisdom of great compassionate heart that holds no boundaries without discrimination. There is no self, no person, and all sentient beings are all equal. The great compassion heart protects and leads all sentient beings to return to the origin of happiness, avoiding all fear and calamities. May all virtuous practitioners be compassionate towards sentient beings in preventing hardships and disaster, expunging the world's toxic energy, and enabling mindful and harmonious living. The sharp sword of the virtuous subdues and tames all discordant demonic energies. Praise and homage to great compassionate Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. May all right efforts and actions bring forth auspicious accomplishments. The Dharma is vast and boundless. If one can practice it purely and diligently, one will achieve perfection of wisdom. May all right efforts and actions bring forth auspicious accomplishments. The Dharma is inexhaustible and provides endless benefits to all sentient beings. If one can study and memorize it diligently, one will achieve perfection of wisdom. May all right efforts and actions bring forth auspicious accomplishments. Although the Dharma can achieve great benefits for all sentient beings, it is not created by causes and conditions, and is free of obstacles and hindrances, just like emptiness. It cannot be gained nor ungained. It is the principal substance of your self-nature that has gained comfort and accomplished all benefits. May all right efforts and actions bring forth auspicious accomplishments. May all virtuous practitioners be compassionate towards sentient beings in preventing hardships and disaster, expunging the world's toxic energy, and enable mindful and harmonious living. May all right efforts and actions bring forth auspicious accomplishments. May the great compassionate Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva protect us, bring peace and tranquility to troubled circumstances, dispel all demonic energies, so that all demons will surrender. May all right efforts and actions bring forth auspicious accomplishments. Praises to the great compassionate Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva who hears the cries of all sentient beings and never giving up on any one person. May all right efforts and actions bring forth auspicious accomplishments. All sentient beings in the Saha world who can tolerate the 3 poisons and the 10 evils can practice the Dharma as a response to eradicate the afflictions of the Saha world to accomplish infinite Buddhahood. May all right efforts and actions bring forth auspicious accomplishments. The Vajra wheel that conquers hateful demons and evil spirits tames and subdues their violence, is akin to one being able to subdue all evil thoughts and actions. Thus, one can achieve unparalleled accomplishment. May all right efforts and actions bring forth auspicious accomplishments. The Dharma is vast and boundless. The red lotus bring forth victory and accomplishment. If one can practice the Dharma with the right efforts purely, one can achieve perfection and be reborn in the heavens as wished. May all right efforts and actions bring forth auspicious accomplishments. Homage to the great compassionate Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva who uses her fearless hand and eyes to rescue all sentient beings, so that they are never afraid of any situation. May all right efforts and actions bring forth auspicious accomplishments. The uniting and holding 1,000 arms, hands and eyes of the great compassion of Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva protects the one who exert great courageous nature and practice diligently. One will be blessed to surely achieve supreme success in their virtuous efforts to conquer all unwholesome and demonic energies. May all right efforts and actions bring forth auspicious accomplishments. I take refuge in the boundless power of triple gem of the Buddha, Dharma and Sangha of the 10 directions. Namo Great Compassionate Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, I vow to be diligent in my efforts to purify my mind and practices to stay away from all evils. May the Great Compassionate Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, who hears all cries to save sentient beings and guide those who sincerely practice and cultivate the Buddha's perfect precepts and practices, be reborn in the Buddha lands. May all right efforts and actions bring forth auspicious accomplishments. Om. May my sincere offerings and vows to the Great Compassion of Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva and practicing the Great Compassion mantra can help accumulate good merits and virtue and bring forth success and accomplishments realized. May I dwell in the Dharma field without retrogression and possess indestructible resilience in completing my path to perfect awareness and enlightenment. May all right efforts and actions bring forth auspicious accomplishments. End of the Great Compassion Dharani.